Hello, my name is Alan McCritchie. Some of you will know me as the Niseach chef. Even though I am at the forefront of the Niseach chef, it is my wife Kirsty that gives me the encouragement and enthusiasm and drive to do what we do. Even though she shudders every time she hears the words, "I've got an idea." Also to my colleagues who have assisted in events through the year, they know what I'm like when it comes to food, so I'm very fortunate to have them on board as well. But a massive thank you to everyone who has supported us through the year to allow us to cater for your specific events. I must say, and I've said this several times, that it's never about us. It's about the people who get in touch with us for their events, and we try and make their events as special for them as we possibly can. So again, it's never about us, it's about yous. Now, I would like to share with you as well the ethos that I use when it comes to creating dishes. It's important for me, and I say this in all the cookery classes, the food demos and events that we have been involved with, even when it comes to the schools, the ethos that I use before any food is plated up is important to tell the story, how that food came about, the story behind it before it hits the plate. So I'm going to share with you one final dish of the year, because if I don't, I probably will explode. So I, the Niseach chef, am back in time for Christmas. Now for this dish, I wanted to take my memories of Christmas and try and put them onto the plate. There have been so many memories, so I had to select the few that actually worked. And a few ideas that came to light are 5 different flavours of Christmas. Now, my memory of Christmas would be, I think, possibly the last of the generation who actually got a satsuma or an orange in their sock to balance out all the rubbish and chocolate that one would consume on Christmas morning. So I thought, right, that's the beginning of the dish there, the orange. Now, coming down on Christmas morning, my mother would have tasker on the fire, which means either putting a damp peat on the fire or covering it with smear. Now, smear just means to smother. So what I've created here is edible peat or edible smear. I mean, growing up, who didn't love getting fed smear? What I've done is I've hollowed out the orange. Now, nothing's wasted in this dish. So the smear is made from seeds and grains and a few other bits and pieces. And what I've done is, to replicate the smell of walking into the living room, I've just smoked it slightly with whiskey barrel to get that flavour of the delicate whiskey barrel into the orange itself. So I'm going to take our smear, I'm going to pop this into the orange. Nice and neat. Here we have it. So that's the base of our... Now I have to say, this is a savoury Christmas starter. Next, I want to add a bit more depth to the flavour. So I'm adding some fresh beetroot to it. I'm not a tweezer kind of guy. So we're going to take our beetroot and just very carefully add a few little cubes. And that's really just going to open up that earthy flavour of this dish. They say we shouldn't work in even numbers, and try and stick kind of to that. Now the next part of the dish is our pomegranate seeds. Now to me, Christmas isn't Christmas without them colourful Christmas lights. Common, perhaps. Yes, I am common. But just the memory of the light blues, the reds and things like that. They say traditionally you should have the clear lights to reflect the stars in the sky, but I like the naffness. So I've gone for these little jewel-like Christmas lights. As well, it will offer the texture and fruitiness from the pomegranate, which will lift the dish up as well. So I'm not gonna, will I play babies? Ah, yes, there we go. So just a few seeds of pomegranate in there as well. And now Christmas wouldn't be Christmas without the appearance of Bertie Bassie. This memory would be from my father, where he loved the liquors all sorts. So to take that memory of the liquors all sorts, I'm thinking, how can we replicate that into our dish? We have just lightly pickled the fennel. Now, fennel itself has got this unique aniseed flavour to it, even though when we were prepping earlier on for this dish, leave the room, come back in, you've got that aroma of the aniseed in the air. So lightly pickled. I'm just going to add a few slithers to the orange. There we have it. Now again, Christmas memory. Number 4, Advent chocolate coins. In one form of a fashion, they would make an appearance as well. So what we've done is, now again, this is, even though a savoury dish, we have got a dark chocolate mousse in this piping bag. Now I'm being careful loading the piping bag because it's lovely and aerated, and I don't want to lose that when we pipe it into the orange. So now just a few little dots. Gentle. Is that nice? Now the orange itself. What I've got here, so we've taken the pulp out of the orange, so nothing is wasted. And what I've done is I've just thickened it slightly with some Ultratex. Now that is a natural vegetable thickener. So we've taken it unadulterated, the flavour of the orange, and just thickened it with the Ultratex into a gel. So we're going to take the natural orange and put it back in. Now there we have all the components and the memories of Christmas, just naturally put back into the orange itself. So I'll just pop the top back on there. Now, I've shared with you the story. We've got our dish. That these are the components that it takes, and it's very important. The story, how we got there, the ingredients before we plate up. So the next part is the plating up itself. So here we have our plate. Okay, like I said before, we've got the dish. I've given you the story behind the dish. Now the plating of it. We are now free to be as creative as we want and add some theatrics to the whole experience. Even though we've played about with this, the plating of it, the fire nest, taking it down a couple of inches so it all sits neatly. The fodderalls on here give it the Christmas effect. And the lights, even though they're not the coloured ones, we did try them, but these ones seem to work better for this dish. Originally, we toyed with a few ideas for the orange to sit in. It wasn't really flowing right. And then I seen there's a young lad in this called Alistair Morrison from Harbost. He's a young lad, he's just starting off on the chisels, and I seen his work and I seen this and I thought, that is it. So when Alistair added the compass, I specifically wanted him to have it facing this way, just so when you're eating the festive orange, it'll give you the impression that, or you look at north and you think, North Pole, Santa Claus. So I'm going to take the orange, I'm going to pop that onto our dish. And to finish this off, again, Christmas morning, walking down into the living room, the smell of peat in the air. I want to replicate that. And what I've got here are some peat scents. So peat incense candles. So I'm going to light the peat incense. And what that's going to do is give us a lovely smell of an open fire. As you can see, there we have it. So that is my memories of Christmas in our dish, and I have to say I'd be very content with an orange for Christmas. Again, thank you very much for your continuous support. I'd just like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year when it comes. Enjoy.